bring you down a bit. So that was Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, a Final Fantasy spin-off game. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm pretty sure we beat it. If we didn't beat it, then I'm gonna come back and do that mission real quick. But that had to be the ending because we had those credits, and even Frank Sinatra said "What's up," which I had to mute. But overall, this game was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing this game. Like I said before, it's got expansions and DLCs coming out, but I don't want to play this game on the Epic Games Store anymore. I think I will buy this game again when it comes out on Steam, and then I'll replay it then, and then I'll do the DLC. But I think the Epic Games, it might just be like a bad PC port overall. But some of these missions are still like pretty like shitty. This is version 1.04. This game still needs a lot of work. That Terra Tortuga, Tortoise or whatever, that level was just so bad, and it put a really bad like strain on the eye because it was visually unpleasing. But with that being said, this game was still a lot of fun. I really liked fighting all of the bosses in the game. All of the bosses are cool. A lot of them took me like several attempts to beat. The final boss took me like 5 or 6 tries. But I think I beat him phase 2 first try or second try. I don't remember. But that was still a lot of fun. There are other bosses that are way harder, like Tiamat and then like that fire lady Merilith. They were way harder than the final boss. Well, to me. But they were so much fun. I really liked fighting those bosses. I think they're the best part of the game. If the DLC is more bosses like that, then I really look forward to playing the DLC. I also really like how many different jobs there are. There's a... let me just go back over here. Abandoned mission. We'll do you later. I'm pretty sure that's just like post-game stuff. Yeah, job trees. There are so many jobs here. That's not even... yeah, all of them. And I don't even have them all unlocked. There's more that I don't have unlocked. There's so many jobs. They're all different. Cyclic warrior. That could be so cool. Yeah, there's so many more jobs that I don't even have unlocked. Like Void Knight. Sounds sick. AF. And, you know, all these other jobs. Dark Knight could also be cool. So there's so many jobs. There's so much variety. They all seem very different, too. There's a few of them that, like, really the only thing that changes is the R2 move. But, you know, whatever. So I feel like I could come back to this game and then play a whole different job or class or whatever and have a different experience. And that experience would be just as fun. So that's pretty cool. This has a lot of replay value in the jobs alone. That's fun. I want to try like Sword Fighter / Red Mage. Work my way to Void Knight. That could be pretty cool. Yeah. Work my way to Void Knight. That'd be pretty cool for a second playthrough. I think that's what I do next when this game comes out on Steam. That's a lot of fun. Using those jobs to kill bosses is a lot of fun because there was a point where I would have to decide, do I want to keep Jump, or Zantetsuken is pretty good too, but Jump like has its advantages for sure, and Jump came in pretty clutch with Tiamat. So that's cool. There's still a lot of optional like side missions that I just skipped towards the end. So there's a lot more like content, a lot more enemies. I can go back and just keep playing this playthrough. I don't have to start a new game just yet. And then obviously I'm assuming endgame content here. And another thing that I also really liked was how they how they focused on like kind of making each level like themed after a mainline Final Fantasy game. So I know this was the Final Fantasy X level. Cavern of Earth was 12, I believe. Western Keep was 2. Yeah, 13. So that was pretty cool. They brought back a lot of the old FF nostalgia and then brought back that old music. And that felt really cool, like to me, being able to, like, hey, I recognize that song. Where's that song from again? Oh, yeah. So that was really nice. I really like that. Now, I'm hoping the DLC kind of like finishes off this map because you never explored here. Like Bahamut is just somewhere right here chilling, and we never fucked with him. I think this is like the desert where the tower is that sends you to the Flying Fortress. I could be wrong, but I think. And then over here is like, I forgot what was over here actually. So I hope that the DLC utilizes more of the maps. See, there's more of the rivers. You gotta like traverse the rivers to go into like Mount Gog, and then there's like a town over here or something. So that'd be cool if the DLC utilizes more of the map. But what I don't like about this game, I don't like that like nearly all of the enemies just have ridiculous amounts of like poise or hyper armor. It really feels like you fight an enemy and then he like charges up a command grab, right? Like he's the red attack, the red attack. You can't block it, you can't counter it, you have to dodge. But you'd think like maybe I can stun him out of that attack and that'd be like done. Or like you're just attacking him, you're about to use like an R2 ability. You use an R2 ability, but he just charges up a command grab in the middle of that ability, and just like you're stuck into that ability, so you can't dodge. You can't dodge because you're in the middle of an attack, and while he is being attacked, he's just charging up this command grab, and you basically have to accept that he's gonna hit you with that command grab. I don't like that. I don't like that enemies just have ridiculous amount of poise where like they will just attack you in the middle of your attack. I think I would have preferred like okay, so like giants and the hill gigas, like ogres, fine, I get that. But like mind flayers charging up spells, or like pisco demons doing their tentacle whatevers in the middle of being attacked, and then they just attack you while you are in the process of attacking them. I don't like that. I wish that enemies would get staggered a lot easier. And that's what made the axe job Marauder so annoying, because Marauder is so slow. Like Marauder, you have to read what the enemy AI is going to do if you want to land an attack, and I don't like that. You charge up an axe swing, and that axe swing takes 2 seconds, but they've already like started their attack that takes a second and a half, so they're going to beat you. And there's no way that the axe swing can stagger them out of their attack. I don't like that at all. So I think that the levels are like very cool designed. I just want them to be polished a lot more. But there's a lot of enemies that are just not fun to fight. There's a lot of enemies that just like ridiculously have so much hyper armor. Enemies that just like eat your attack like a sponge and then just attack you back. And that sucks to me. But with that, like the bosses were so much fun. When it was a boss, it was pretty cool. Bosses are a lot of fun to fight. The levels were fun to like look around in. I just wish they looked a lot nicer graphically, but I hope that that gets worked on as well. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. It was a lot of fun. Oh yeah, and then the story, I still don't understand that. I guess the ending kind of made sense. I don't know if it's going to get expanded in the DLC, but that story is way too convoluted and complex and big, which would be fun if the lore notes you picked weren't giving you like SAT level like essays to read. That's dumb. Like especially when the whole like comedic gimmick of this game is like Jack, and then he's like, I don't have time for your bullshit. I'm just here to fight. And then it's like, well, here's like a whole bunch of bullshit that you need to read at an SAT level in order to understand what just happened. That sucks. That's not cool. So that's another thing I have. But like Jack is cool. All of the party members are cool. I think the girls could have been like expanded a little bit more because they weren't that interesting. Like really at the end it just became all about the bros. So, you know, that I like the bros, but like utilize your characters more. But with that out of the way, Stranger of Paradise, a whole lot of fun. I'm glad I played it. I'm gonna play more of it. I just don't like the state it's in right now, and I'm gonna wait a little bit longer before I continue to play it. But I will continue to play it because it's cool. But alright.